Was good, people. Get them likes up as y'all come in. What up? Pop out, pop out. Who in the building? Let me see who in the building. Sean family, what's good, bro? What's up? Johnny, what up, John? Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Who in the building? Before I start, we're gonna break this playoff down. Stone Cold, what up? I have to make sure you the real Stone Cold first. I have to make sure. Because people's going crazy right now. I got you though. But he said Dallas winning tonight. Um, I like Memphis. I like Memphis. Only way if John Morant don't play it, Dallas got a shot. I like Memphis. I don't think Dallas could be that because Dallas shocked me. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see them beating Sacramento. I was definitely wrong on that. I didn't see Dallas beating Sacramento. I thought Sacramento had too much firepower. Then they had a big and Sabonis and Valanciunas. I just thought Sacramento was gonna be a little too much for them. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I know he banged up, and I don't know if Steph. See, the thing is, I don't know if if Clay Thompson can have another game like that. That's the thing. I don't know if Clay can have another game like that. See, that's the thing. That's the problem right there. Daniel, what up, Daniel? I don't know if it's Clay can have another game like that. I think that was like played the major part. You know what I'm saying? That gonna play a major part right there, because you're gonna need him to play well again. 'Cause I think Memphis has enough to. They got the bigs and Edie and Jaron Jackson. You know, I think they can compete size wise with Dallas. And then I just think with Ja, um, and yeah, Clay looked good. Each Eldrin, what up, Eldrin? He said, "Well, I got the Lakers in. I say Lakers in seven." See, I'm glad you brought up Zach Edy in this because Stone Cold, because I talked about that. I said they gotta play Edy, and they almost won. They had Golden State. I be knowing what I be talking about. When teams sit there and try to match up, what you gotta stay big against Golden State. You, you don't have good results. You just have to be patient. Yeah, they're gonna go on their run, but you can't deviate from that. Z Edie came up big in that game. But the thing about it, what Edie must learn in the offseason, Edie got a problem when he get the rebound. He bring the ball down. They kept swiping it, deflecting it every time or grabbing it. Every time he keep grabbing it and bringing it down. That's inexperience. And Edie parts showed that he was a little nervous because one time he did get it on the post and he rushed the turnaround shot. He rushed it. You know what I mean? He could have took another dribble in and got a little closer and took his shot. He rushed it and it looked good. He didn't really want to shoot. I think the moment was a little, especially offensively. I think defensively he's crashing the balls. Offensive, he's getting offensive rebound. But I think he didn't want to. He didn't scared to shoot. Reason why I said it, every time he did get an offensive rebound, he never the rim was right there. He was passing it out. He kept passing it out. Every time he got it, he kept passing. He wasn't looking to score at all. He said, "I want to be Lakers in 5." Nate, what up, Nate? Keon, what up? See that's the thing. I think that he has to. He see the thing. He's a rookie, and I always say this about people. I always say when it's a young player, one thing, no matter who he is, I always say they can get better. Like whatever you see as a young player, they can get better than that. One thing, even coaches, I always, even with Darvin, when I was talking about Darvin, I always said he can get better because he's new at the job. And I always said about players too. No matter if I don't think a player might not be a good NBA player, but he still can get better. You know what I'm saying? You say you think the Lakers a good team. I definitely agree with you, Stone Cold. I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. You want the Lakers to get Zack Edy. But I knew he was going before 17. True and real, what up? I knew he was going before 17. Dale, what up, Dale? Yeah, I don't like the Celtics. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. As long as Celtics don't win, I could deal with anybody else. Anybody else, like, in my order is this. This is my order of winning. Who I don't want to win. Celtics number one. Clippers, I say number two. Who after that? Mainly Celtics and Clippers. Everybody else I can live with. He said Golden State for him. That's why I'm mad at. That's why I don't like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is supposed to sign with the Cavs, man. If Ben Simmons signs with the Cavs, believe me, I'd be super confident that they could beat Boston. I think that little hole there, mark my words, guys. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, I see what you're saying, Kareem. When Boston, not saying Cavs not gonna beat Boston, but it's gonna be a glaring hole. Watch that with Tatum. I think that in that series, you need a guy like Ben Simmons in that series. You know what I'm saying? Just that particular series. And I think that was that. Not saying they're not going to do it. They still can beat Boston. But I'd be super confident if they had Ben Simmons. Because this way, you Tatum type of people don't like Tatum. And whatever you can say about Tatum. But Tatum, I think he got at least in in the 7 game series, you're gonna have two hot streaks in him. Where it's gonna those automatic gonna be 2 wins, and he's gonna go crazy. When I mean hot streak, you don't have to, I'm not saying you have to get 50. It may be a third quarter where he may get 17 points. I can see it. He may have third or fourth quarter, and it just took the game away. I could see him in the third or fourth quarter in 2 of those games in the series against Cleveland. I could see him scoring about 17, 18 points, going on a scoring spree, like doing that in a 5 minute span, scoring about 17, 18 points in a 5 minute span. Not even the whole fourth or third quarter. In a 5 minute span where it opened the game up. You know what I mean? Where he going crazy in that span. And I think you need a guy like Ben Simmons to offset that. You need to see when you coach when Tatum playing like that and he cooked one defender like that, you gotta hurry up and do it. This is why I said these coaches sometimes don't pay attention. Like what I would do, let's say if Mobley on him and he make like 3 baskets, that's six, maybe 7 points, maybe eight, maybe 9 points. It depends if he's shooting threes or whatever. But if he scored 3 straight baskets on a Mobley, right? And it depends, maybe two. It depends how he get the 2 baskets. And he looked like he get into a rhythm. You can't just keep him on. Oh, he's defensive player or Mobley that position. One shot looked like a luck shot or whatever the case. You can't look at it like that. What you got to do is throw another defender at him. Now you throw Hunter at him, and let's say he Hunter. Now you got a different look. Now he may be like, you know what? I'm going to try to drive. You see what I'm saying? Now you got the shot blockers back there. If Hunter don't work, then you could throw it like a Ben Simmons on. This is why I said Ben Simmons was important in that series, where you could get physical and you don't have to be worrying about fouls. If this is a case of somebody in foul trouble, you can have guys down there competing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got guys down there competing. And I think the Warriors and Rockets, I can see it going 6 or 7. People, I don't think the Rockets going. I mean, Golden State going. I'm starting to lean towards 7 games, and I think I'm going to stick with that because people make it like, oh, Warriors is going to run. I don't see Warriors running through them. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. They got us. They got guys who can score. They got big men can score and guards can score. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be tough. I see a lot of people underestimating these teams is not dominant like that. I'm seeing, but this is what I'm saying. I'm seeing a lot of like lopsided where I think that I disagree with a lot of it. I'm seeing this is what I'm seeing with people saying. I'm seeing a lot of people saying the Cleveland series going 4 or 5, no matter who they play, Atlanta or Miami. I agree with that. I can see 4 or 5. I don't think 5 at all. I see 4. I don't see 4 or I see 5 in the Cleveland series, right in the first round. So I agree with that. Then I'm seeing people say Boston 4 or 5. I agree with that, like 4 or 5. Also the Boston series. Then I'm seeing a lot of people saying Indiana and 6. Some people saying Milwaukee and 6. I think that's going 7. I can see it's going 7. Then I see people with the Knicks. A lot of people saying Knicks in 5. I see Knicks in probably 6. And then people saying Lakers in 5. I'm saying Lakers in 7. People saying I'm saying a lot of people saying the Clippers in 6. I like Denver in 7. I think it's gonna be a couple 7 game series this year. I really do. I think it'll be a couple 7 game series this year. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be a couple 7 game series this year. I do. I just think it's gonna be a little tough. I think it's gonna be tough. I think a lot of these teams is more match and can get wins because it's not like it's a landslide in talent like that. I just think sometimes, like if you look at a team like Dallas and OKC, let's say if Dallas and OKC play, at even though these guys still older and they're not the exact same, but you had series where you got Anthony Davis and um, Klay Thompson. So you got guys that been there, and you got guys that can have good games. So that could be a win right there. I don't see OKC sweeping Dallas if they used to play Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Because they can cause problems both of those ways. Then you got Witty. You know what I'm saying? You got some players over there. You know what I'm saying? They've been together already. Then you got guys like Zeke Marshall who playing out this world. Even he having a good season. Right? Yeah, things can happen. I just think OKC gonna win in five. I think if it's Memphis or what's the name, I think they're gonna win in five. I just think Memphis that kind of getting their own weight, and I think Dallas is not good enough. Yeah, I'm tired, man. Appreciate everybody popping out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Grizzlies. I think they're gonna have to, cause it's like their teams are like kind of confusing. I think they're gonna have to make a move, better fitting pieces. A few of the guys came in. I'm gonna say what's up to a few people. I ain't give shout out to Power. What up? Knowledge. What up? LA Sports Live. What up? Nate, Anthony, Alex, Jonathan, Neely. What up? One and only. What up? Flatbush. What up? He said they got some talent. Yeah, but the thing is with a team like Memphis, and this is the problem. When you got all them guys, see, this is the problem with Memphis. Yeah, it wouldn't be nothing wrong if, let's say, if one of them didn't, one of them had like let's say Ja got the max. Um, let's say Jaron Jackson got his money, and let's say Desmond Bain is a guy that getting like $18 million. Then that's good. But when you got all like Desmond Bain makes 30. Somebody, can y'all please look it up for me? How much Jaron Jackson and Desmond Bain make per year? I think they got three guys making 30 million and more. Zion not no free agent. Yeah, I know the Pelicans trying to trade Zion. Yeah, but I think they're a year too late. I do. I think now that they Luka getting traded hurts, definitely hurt Zion. Luka getting traded definitely hurt Zion. How people are like, how Luka getting traded hurt Zion? I think it hurt Zion in a way that I think the thing what hurt Zion is that down at Luka traded, and I think nobody gonna go crazy. I think he been exposed. He said Bane's 35 a year. Oh, Jack's only getting 24 a year. But see, that's the problem because now he up for another contract. We don't need no racists over here. We don't need that racist. No, Joe Dumars just got hired. Stone Cold. He just got hired. They got rid of Dave Griffin. I think what they need to do, and this is why I said I think they need to do. I think that and this is the problem I have with general managers sometimes. I'd rather if you're gonna do it, bring your people in now. This is what I think gonna happen. I think he may try to. I'm gonna try to stick with Willie Green. You, in your heart, you really want to go a different direction, right? As a you a new general manager, Willie Green been there long enough. Y'all going a different direction, and your heart, you really want to go with someone else. You got someone else in mind. You think, oh, I think it'd be a good fit on the team. What I hate, what times what people do, they go, all right, and be that's not their heart. They really want somebody else. Be like, all right, maybe the optics, like I don't want to get rid of Willie Green. I just came here. I stick with him. But reason why that's not good, because the minute things get rough, let's say for instance, and this now cause drama. And now it's like set your team back. Let's say 20 games go by, 20 something games go by. And let's say New Orleans get off to a somewhat of a rough start. Let's say 20 games go by. Let's say they 5-15 in 20 games. A rough start for them, right? They dealt with some injuries and you know some injuries to key players and like you know people in and out of lineup, whatever the case may be. A guy like Joe Dumars will fire him then. Where instead of you want to go get your guy now and just start fresh. Yeah. He said Joe Dumars got no gray hair. Yeah, Zion, they should have been. That's why I said they should have been did it. Now you're not gonna get no like your return form is not gonna be. Oh, you should have been did it. You should have did it this summer. That's when he could have played in the playoff last year, and he could have played. No, no, last year I think he got hurt. The year before I think he could have played. He was say 99%, but he want to feel like Zion. He said Joe Dumars always been classy. Yeah, Joe been quiet. But my thing is this: if Joe not really feeling, if Joe if he not feeling Willie Green and he gonna give him a short leash, what most people do, they just like I'm give him a try, and soon when things get rough, they get rid of him. If he gonna do that, he might as well just get a new coach now. You get a new coach now, nobody gonna you don't get no backlash. You want to start fresh. Willie Green been there like 5 years. He been there long enough. If you feel you can't do it now. See, this is the problem I have because that type of stuff gonna happen. This is a problem with the NBA. They got 10 games in one day. Yeah, see, one thing scheduling it's not easy though. I kind of I don't really have too much of an issue with the scheduling, but I understand what you're saying though. You said we like booking 7 guys. Yeah, we need some bookings. We need some bookings. Yeah, then you got he said Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, Bucks, Celtics, Knicks. Those is East pick. Chris Green, what up? Man, Gotti good. I spoke to Gotti yesterday. He called me yesterday. We good. We good. He gonna call and tell his side of the story. He gonna call and tell his side. Nah, we always gonna keep it fair because we don't know what's going on. I didn't even know Gotti knew Future. That shocked me. That shocked me. I didn't even know they knew each other. That shocked me. I didn't even know they knew each other because you like Future don't really be on it. You know, it. I know the whole story now because I heard Gotti tell me last night what happened. He called and told me what happened last night. Future said what he said. So, and I'm gonna see Future tomorrow. I'm gonna see Future tomorrow. Cause Future, the house we do in Rikers Island, he's on that house we do in Rikers Island. He's on that house. So I'm gonna see Future tomorrow. I'm gonna get more details tomorrow from Future. So I'm gonna see him tomorrow when we go on Rikers. So I'm gonna tell him what Gotti told me far as on his end. And I don't think him and Gotti thing that serious. Yeah. Did y'all see the Metcalf? I just like I don't know much about it. I would love for somebody we could get brief into that. 'Cause I know you guys like go basketball, basketball, and I'm gonna definitely get back into basketball. Definitely gonna get back to basketball. But do you guys know about the Metcalf where the black guy stabbed the white guy and killed the white guy, whatever? And I don't know much of. I know They saying that the black guy was. I'm hearing like different stories. They saying the black guy was getting bullied by the white guy. They go to two different schools, and then I heard that he was sitting in the wrong seat. He asked them to get up. Then I don't know. You know what I mean? A person lost their life, and that's just crazy. At the end of the day, but the thing I don't like, and this is what messed it up for people. This is the thing that messed it up for people. I heard they had a GoFund, and people paid for the community paid for his bail, and his parents. You see, he got like a young mom. They bought they bought a house and a car with that money. They bought a house and a car with that money. You see what I'm saying? This is where it make black people look bad. Why would you buy a house and car with that money? That money wasn't for that money's for a lawyer and his bail. They say he raised a lot of money. So I don't really know the story like that, so I don't really say much about it, but it's crazy. Yeah, that story there. Cause I just saw it today. I literally just seen it right before I came online. They saying, and black people speaking up against this. They saying that the guy bought they said the family brought living in a $900,000 house, and they bought a brand new car. See, see, look what he just said. He said it made it worse because they got custom rims. See, that made it, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Stone Cold. He said they bought custom rims. He said they wasn't stock rims. Like it's the optics. See, this is the thing about it. Anytime, see, this I'm gonna get back into basketball because I know some people don't like basketball. I mean, some people don't like uh anything outside of basketball. Some people already know who people want to gauge, who like outside conversations. I know my audience. I already know like Stone Cold Knowledge. Them guys gonna be more engaged in this type of conversation more so than um other guys. But you guys just bear with me. Stay on. I will get back to basketball. I definitely will get back to basketball. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you talk about outside basketball, Stone Cold. That's why I said you knowledge. I know the people who gonna be, putting in more comments in now. Uh, then some people just not gonna say nothing. But I'm gonna get back to basketball. I promise you guys. I'm gonna get back to basketball. But I want to say this, right? He said we always this look what Nala said. We always want to look good at bad times. Now, this is the point I'm making. I don't know much about this, but I'm just saying it bothered me. I said I want to talk about this. I I know like some of what's going on with the case, whatever, and I still feel the bad thing about it. I don't respect that he still took a knife and killed that guy. I don't like it. I don't like it because you in school, you could afford him. A fight ain't gonna last that long. You should never bought a weapon. You shouldn't have killed him. You know, I just don't like it. You shouldn't have killed him. You shouldn't have killed that man. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't have killed him as one. But the thing I don't like the most about it, and I'm hearing this, and this the optics of it. Anytime you ask for some money and you go fund me, you cannot the optics of either is your own money. Don't show it. Like you can't show that, okay, now you balling in the clubs. Like, nah, all that got to stop. It has to stop because it don't look right. People sent you money. It could be your own personal money you might had put away, but it don't look good. What's up, bro? It said Jace, he said the realest dude on the net. Like it don't look good. You sit there. you sit there and you sit there and ask for a GoFundMe, and then you move into expense. Like my thing is this: if you wanted to move temporarily, right? I wouldn't have went that luxury. You go low maintenance if you want to move. You see what I'm saying? You go low maintenance when you want to move, and because it don't look good. People like because now people gonna stop sending money. Now when the next person really need it, they not gonna do it. Cause that money is for his bail and the lawyer. For that's it. And y'all buying new houses, new cars, and like he said, rims and all that. It don't look good. It don't look good. He said David Stern stopped the because Dan Gilbert wrote a letter. Oh, he said she said there's a process of moving and a GoFund. See, that's what I'm saying. You could be right, bro, and she could be right, but it's the optics of it. Like you know what I'm saying? It's the optics of it, and she could be right. They probably been moving, but that's another reason. If you been was moving, that to me, to be honest, and see this, her saying that it could be good and bad, but the bad part by if you was moving, bro, why you bringing a knife? If you moving and you saying this guy been bullied like that, that's gonna be hard. I still feel you should have brought no knife to no school. You don't bring no knife to no school. Wow, he said their own relatives hate him. Nah, I say he thinks she lying. See, one thing about moving, you can prove it. If you was looking and you already went to some places, you can't say, "Oh, we plan on moving," but you didn't make a step. You might as well don't say nothing. That's like me sitting there saying, "That's like me sitting." Let's say I'm talking to my peoples and I sit there and say, "Yo, I want to move. I'm getting out of here." I'm just talking in general. I'm getting out of here. I want to move. I want to move down to Maryland. I want to move. I'm just talking about it, right? There's no evidence of me moving to Atlanta. I mean to Maryland. Now, if I sit there and I'm saying I'm moving and I put a 2 week notice at the job or a month notice at a job and be like, yo, I'm gonna be moving soon and it's on paper that I told my job I'm be moving and I done visit homes and you got realtors that showed me property, then it's like, okay, and I done put maybe some money, a down payment on. Then it's like, okay, he was moving. Now say he thinks she lying. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I that's what I'm saying. Now see that's the thing. That's the thing. If she's lying, see, that's what I said. Those stuff going, you can't sit there and say, "Oh man, my husband was talking about moving." Nah, that's not gonna fly. You have to have real documentation that you're moving. It just don't look good. He said the bread made her put her plans in motion. Yeah, and then she's sitting there saying that's her own. You better see. This is what I'm saying. Like he said, it costs about 20,000 for a down payment. I'm pretty sure they talk moving a house. Unless they move to an apartment. Let's say they move. You better have that in your bank. You better have move. You better at least have about 10,000 because it's gonna cost about 10,000, even if you're moving from apartment because you have to pay rent security, and brokers fees, and all the stuff there. You at least better show 10,000 in your account. And you talk about that's my own money because they can prove it. And that's the problem. Sometimes people be talking too much and make matters worse. That make matters worse when you're talking too much, and now when they start investigating, because now if you sit there and say I ain't used that money ain't come from GoFundMe. All they got to look at bank statements for the past 3 months and look at how your bank flow. And if you don't have that in your account, and nobody, and that's what I said, they deal with paper trail. Nobody want to hear that you had it under your mattress. Nobody want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the issue. I hope she got her ducks in order. That's why sometimes it's best not to even say nothing. Now, if she really can back all that up, more power to her. Thank you, True and Real. Thank you. He said I want to answer nothing about money. Thank you. Because it's going to trap you up unless you really like that. Now, if you really got the money and stuff like that and you being true to it and you know that you didn't spend no GoFundMe money on nothing, then okay, all cool, good. But if you lying for the least a bit, they can't wait because now it's a big race thing. I'm looking all on Twitter. A lot of white people is pissed off. They pissed off. They pissed off. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of people pissed off and they waiting for a slip up. They waiting, like you said, true and real. They waiting on the slip up. The minute you slip up and say something, they got you. So you'll be better off just not saying nothing. You'll be better off just not saying nothing. That'd be the problem. They start all that doing too much talking and they be like, oh, you only have 4,000 in your account. Where was you talk about moving to? And nobody moved with they last. That's another thing. So even like I said, to it costs about 10,000 to move, right? No matter if you move to an apartment, because you have to pay. You got the lease. When somebody move, you have to at least have double that money. So you should at least have about 20 in your stash. Yeah, so it's gonna show that she spent some money. That's one thing. That's easy. You can easily find that out. You supposed to sit on that money, wait to the court, because there's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. If people send, let's say this, right? It technically is not wrong. Let's say you ask for a GoFundMe, right? And let's say you get a lawyer. Lawyer say, "Yo, I could do it for 50,000," right? Let's say the lawyer is 50,000, right? And let's say his bail is 100,000, right? So that's 150,000. If you end up getting 500,000, you can't sit there and be like, "Well, oh well, I'm gonna return the rest of the money." You don't have to be like, "I'm gonna return the rest of the money." That you got extra money. That's yours. You can do what you want, but you don't do it at these times. Like what bro said earlier, you don't do it during these times. It's all right. And I was telling. saying this? If you got 500,000, you only needed 150. You needed 50,000 for the lawyer and $100,000 bill, which that money get returned, right? That's all you needed, and you end up getting 500,000, and the rest is yours. You don't do it now. What up, too smart? He said, Ring, what's good? He said, we knocking. He said, we knocking the hustle. We clowning her for putting herself on front page. Exactly. They tracking this stuff. And it's not that nobody knocking no hustle. Because there's nothing wrong if she feel her son. She didn't ask him for GoFundMe in a case like this, and you trying to protect your son if you don't have no money. My thing is this: you ain't do nothing wrong. But the problem is, you have to chill. Like people don't know the optics. Everything is optics. You know, it's going to be a lot of people is going to be disappointed at your son. You're going to have, especially a whole race of people going to be disappointed at your son, and other races. You know, Spanish people might not like what nobody human going to like that. Nobody, a kid lost their life. At the end of the day, it's not about color. A kid lost his life. You see what I'm saying? So nobody is feeling that part right there. So if you know your son killed somebody, and it's not like he said he didn't do it. Ain't no allegedly and none of these things there. You just don't, you got to be humble. When you speak into the press, you can't sit there and be overly something. You got to, you know what I mean? Over celebrating like, yeah, like your son is here and don't have no sympathy for the victim. You have to have sympathy for the victim. Then you could address your son's situation. You don't come with looking lavish. You just don't do that. Don't look at, oh, the camera's there. Yeah, you can have your hair done, but you don't need to be, oh, I got nice bags, expensive bags, Gucci, the Gucci shades, and coming in court. No, you don't do that. You don't come in there with no dress to the T looking fly with the shades on coming to court. With the Versace shades or Gucci shades, and you don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah. Your nails and everything, you on fleek. You got fresh makeup. You just looking at fleek. Yeah, I understand you're gonna be on TV, but these you can't think about fuck the TV. That son may go to jail. He may spend a lot of time in jail. He said, dress humble going to court. That's what you have to do. You had to do. You gotta do that. You have to do that. Especially you up, you know what you up against at the end of the day, your son killed somebody. Ain't the it's really no excuse you saying, oh, he got bullied. You know what I mean? It's still at the end of the day, one person confronted him. That you can't sit there and say, oh, they probably would have jumped them, could have. You can't say none of that. At the end of the day, one person confronted him. That's it. And they both athletic. No matter if somebody bigger than you, it doesn't matter. They both athletic. One person confronted you. And you got no witnesses to sit there and say what happened on your end. Exactly. You can look nice, but don't look like if you're a woman, let's say she has a nice body. Let's say his mom's has a nice body and she one of them girls like a hot mama, right? You don't go with the skin tight shirt, blouse with your titties popping out and the tight slacks with your ass jingling, with the long weaves, with the lashes, the makeup, the shades, the Gucci bag, the a Gucci or a name brand outfit on that somebody clearly could see that you got on some red bottoms. You going there with red bottom shoes, Christian Louboutin shoes. You can't go to court like that. You just can't. 'Cause now your ass, now it's like, damn. People looking at her ass like, damn, she got a nice ass or whatever. You got the red bottoms on. You got the Gucci bag, whatever. And let's say a dude following you, you know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. He's a dress like Steve Urkel. You don't have to do that. But if you do got night, you don't wear the tight stuff. You don't wear if you got big titties, you don't wear the tight shirt where your titties you can see like damn reveal. Nah. You just dress up nice, you look nice. You don't need to be worried about having makeup because oh they're catching me on TV. No, you going through some real hard times. They can slay this dude. And he killed the white person. Like you crazy. Nah, it's just the way you do things. Mother and father, like I said, you could the head part I don't have a problem with. Like, you know what I mean? But your nails and toes, and you just really trying to put like a fashion. A motherfucker ain't stupid. You know when somebody trying to do a fashion statement. When they come into court and they trying to and they behind the cameras and get interviewed, you know when it's a fashion statement. And then, like I said, people donated money. Somebody gave you money. That's like right now. I say, all right, I'm gonna send $300 because I feel. Let's say I say I'm gonna send 300 because I feel bad for the black kid, and I'm like, he's young, he has a football career. I don't want to stop his development. Yep. Yeah, you pressure yourself to look good, and people can see through that. See, that's gonna be the issue right there. That's gonna be the issue. People can see that, and people not gonna like it. People gonna be like, "Hold up, man." People not gonna like it. They gonna feel that, yo, yeah, but that's different. If you want to get fresh, getting groceries, that's your own money. But anytime somebody give you money, or you trying to appear to the public eye where you want to go to court, you don't want to piss the jurors or people off. And this coming out makes it worse, because now the jury, cause 9 times 10 is gonna be a trial. And now the juror's gonna feel like, yo, look how he raised and type of parents he probably did. People number one, it's gonna be hard. It's on I don't me personally, I don't think he's gonna beat the case. Cause the simple fact that one person approached him is not like he was getting pounded, getting beaten on, and they stomping and kicking him, and he just happened to get the knife out and killed them. That's different. Yeah, they approached him and they said, "Yo, you sitting in the wrong seat." Yes, but is it proof that he been getting bullied by them? They got yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna touch back on basketball before I go. 'Cause I promised that. So I'm gonna say the keys to winning in every game before I end this. Start with I don't think I bought Boston gonna win. So Boston the Cleveland series, I'm not gonna really speak on that because they better win. I'm saying more of the series that's closer that can swing. The Indiana and Milwaukee, the keys to Indiana winning. I think Halliburton had to have a good series. Him and Siakam has to have a good series in order for Indiana to win. If one of them not having a good series, it's going to be a problem. They not beating the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? They not beating the Bucks, and their role players gonna have to step up. You know what I'm saying? For Milwaukee to beat them, Giannis got to be great. Ain't no question about it. And Kyle Kuzma had to step up. Kyle Kuzma had to step up. So I think that's the key in that series. I think the bench plays. I think whatever bench outperform, I think that's going to be the winner in that series. Whoever bench plays better, I think that's going to be the difference in that series. Now you got the Knicks in Detroit. I think Knicks going to win. I think Detroit, they have to continue being physical and play who they is. Don't soften up because you're in the playoffs. I just think that they have to Milwaukee. I mean Detroit just have to continue playing physical. So I just think that. And then you go west, OKC should win. So I ain't got to sit there with that. Who's two? Houston and Golden State. I think Houston, for them to win, they just have to be aggressive. They got to be aggressive, and they big men have to perform. They got to get a performance from the big man. It has to get a performance for their big man. So, with that said, they just need to perform on their front line, and Golden State have to defend and hit some threes. They got to be shooting good from the 3-point line. Lakers Wolves. Here's the Lakers winning. Rudy Gobert being in foul trouble. Defensively, Lakers, I think they're gonna have that edge. You know. Yeah. And who else? Clippers in Denver. I think Denver. I think they have to have three guys being consistent. I think Jokic, Murray, and somebody else have to step up. They gotta have three guys being consistent. Houston, I mean Clippers. I just think that they have to. I think they got to be real physical with Jokic and have to throw Jokic off and Jamal Murray. They got to one. They have to shut one of them down. Not shut them down, but I think if I'm the Clippers, I just wouldn't focus too much on Jokic. I try to focus on Jamal Murray. I try to shut him down. If they could shut Jamal Murray down, I think Clippers could beat them. And you guys are like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.